I just saw the craziest thing I've ever seen on the side of the road that someone dropped off. At first I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a coffin. So it caught my attention. But then I realized it wasn't a coffin. That's crazy. It's always nice when you show up to work and there is a load of skid steers here. It's a good day. Not just one, not just two, three. Wow, that's a lot of skid steers. Just still getting used to this new bike. But holy smokes, we got some skid steers. Nice. A 65, the new 75-3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. A 65 wheel and a 65 track showed up. It is not Christmas, but it's getting closer. Nice. A lot of skid steers. And did I mention my new bike did come? It is here, the Async A1. I've been riding it. Yeah, I've been riding it for a couple days now. I'm trying to get used to it before I start filming with it and stuff. But yeah, it is a sweet bike. I just got 10 miles on it. It's actually got 4 modes. I found a 4th one. It can go pretty fast, 35 mile an hour, a little too fast. It's got a really cool headlight. It looks kind of like a cafe cruiser. When it's on, the back is always flashing kind of thing. It's kind of cool. I got fenders for it. I haven't put them on yet. But anyways, that's the new A1. I'll be cruising that through the lot until it starts getting snowy out. But it saves me a lot of time. We just got this tractor in. It's an Axion 880. It came in off of a lease, and when it came in, the suspension didn't work, and it needed a good cleanup. And we got it through the shop, and we got it through detail, and everything's been addressed, serviced. And before we park it for sale, I just want to verify that the front suspension works again. Because the first time I drove this, I wish I had it videoed, but it was really rough, and I didn't know why. But because the dashboard, I'll show you. The dashboard showed that the suspension was on, and it kind of looked like the suspension was on, but it was really rough. And I just knew it was too rough for what it should have been. So I had the guys take a look at it, and sure enough, one of the modules was needed a new sensor, and yeah, now it works, and I can turn it on and off. But I haven't yet road tested, so this is our road test to make sure it rides like a Cadillac, like it's supposed to. Or since it's from Germany, we'll call it a Mercedes, you know, real smooth ride. So far so good. I have a nice, very quiet road I like to take tractors on, little test runs on. I do this so I don't have to risk a lot of traffic. I can try different things and stop in the middle of the road if I have to, like right here. I just saw the craziest thing I've ever seen on the side of the road that someone dropped off. At first I didn't know what it was. I thought it was a coffin. So it caught my attention. But then I realized it wasn't a coffin. You may not know what that is. It took me a second, and I had to back up. But I've seen a lot of stuff on backcountry roads like this, but I've never seen a tanning bed just thrown out like that. That's crazy. A little scared to see what else is in here. I'm good. Like a dishwasher. Just dumped a tanning bed. Well, anyway, back to my test drive. So far, so good. I've found a couple things. One of the things I know that we need to address still, the seat squeaks a little bit when it's suspended up. That's nothing a little lubrication can't fix. And we're back to the test drive. Nice thing about these country roads, I just stopped in the middle of the road and I didn't interfere with anyone. As I said, you could hear the squeak. The seat squeaks a little bit. We're gonna fix that. It's just things like that you don't really know until you drive down the road. Like driving around the lot, I would have never known the seat squeak. So just that's why I do it. I also don't just do high-speed tests, 30-mile-an-hour tests. I like to go to the spot I know of, and I like to simulate like field speed conditions, make sure everything's working good. Good news, the road isn't very busy, so we're just going to go on the road and do these tests. I don't want to disrupt their photography sessions. So back out on the road here, I got it set at 10 mile an hour, and so what I'm going to do is just in medium range set. Oh wait, it won't work. That is because we are in auto mode. We got to switch it out of auto mode. So all we got to do is push the mode button, and it goes to the handle mode. So now when you push the handle forward, nothing on the foot pedal, it goes to where you have it set, the speed you have it set at. So to simulate a little real world, let's raise the RPMs up to, I'll go 1700. 1700 sounds good. I just want to show you what this cruise control does with the Kloss. It's a pretty sweet system. We're in forward, so all I have to do is push this handle forward slightly, and we set that cruise at 10 mile an hour. And so all I have to do is just tap that button. She's going to go to 10. And it'll show you on the graph that it's at 10 mile an hour on the cruise. One of the coolest things about this cruise control, I'm going to try to do this with my knee here, steering the wheel. If I pull back on the lever like I am right now, it dials the speed back where you pull it to. So we're dialed back now to 5 mile an hour. And we still have the cruise set at 10, so say you're in like a slug or something, you need to pull back, but then you get into some easier part of your field, you can then push the cruise button again, and it'll go right back to 10 or wherever you have it set at. It's a very cool feature because when you're in the field going a pretty set speed all day, there's times where you're going to need to pull this lever back and slow the machine down, and then you want it to stay there until you're clear of your bad spot, and all you have to do is press the button. You're going to go back to 10 mile an hour. Or wherever the cruise is set. You might say, what if you want to adjust the cruise? All you do is tap this, and you just tap this, 9.5. You can go up in medium range, you can go up to, I believe, 11. Maybe 10. 10's what the max is. Say I want to dial it down. Watch this. I'm dialing it down. We're at 9.5 right now. So I dial it down, and I push this check mark. It's going to slow it down because we are in cruise still. It's going to slow it down to 8.5. Watch. And I hardly even noticed. If I didn't know I did that, I wouldn't have felt a slowdown because it was very smooth, not subtle. Anyways, I just like to play with those settings, make sure they work. So when a customer comes and wants to drive this tractor, because it's priced really good and it's super nice, everything works. This tractor's also got a sunroof. Pretty nice, pretty nice. That's pretty cool. A JBS bagger. Not sure. Kind of looks like a Kloss cab, but I think it's AGCO. Judging by the interior panels, it's AGCO. Oh, installing the new crane. Very carefully. We'll sneak around here. Oh. Nice. So it's gonna go right there. This is a huge hole. We dug it, I think 6 or 8 feet deep. Poured it with concrete. And now we're gonna stick the crane on it. We had the crane. It was yellow, and we had it custom painted. And for the Kubota shop, and it's gonna sit here and be able to pivot from that bay to that bay. It's gonna sit in the middle of those 2 bays. They're pretty sweet, actually. You might say, why not put an overhead crane in? This building was built well before those were very popular. But it's nice to have a crane, and we know that, so that's why we're putting this one in. I think you got the right hole here, it looks like. I could say something, but I'm not gonna. Gallon, do you think it'll work? No. What?
I think it's just gonna tip over.
No, it better not.
It's coming.
What? I feel like we might have to wiggle it on a little bit. Here, can you stick that on that side and oh wait, unless you're gonna go there. Here, you can swivel it, you know.
Okay, we need to go counter or go clockwise.
So go that side. Don't hit your toolbox. You'll
go to the
other side, because you're.
Here, go. Can I go down?
So when you order ahead via Amazon, this is how we pick it. When you order your Klosses on Amazon, this is our picking system off the rack. That was a joke. Hank, how heavy is that head? 7,000, we'll round up. There it is. So back up those slow, you can probably go back 5 feet before you hit the roof. Make sure you go down. Come down. Okay. Let me bring the ball. Yeah, keep going, you're good. You got another couple feet. You're good, hit. You're back further back up. You're good. Keep going.
Them boards might flop down, so don't worry about that.
Yeah, the wood might fall.
You got the rest of it. Keep backing up.
Yeah, good.
Keep backing up. All right, pump
straight down. You should be able to go all the way straight down now.
There you go. Keep coming down, you cleared everything.
Yeah, but I don't know. That one doesn't have the pallet under it. Fair. So one thing is everything's pictured and priced on our website, and this is how that happens. He's our web guy. He gets everything on the internet, and we like to have lots of pictures of stuff, especially anything, but especially this stuff that costs a lot of money, and there's a lot of stuff going on. We like to get as many pictures as possible, but Brian's the guy behind the camera, usually not in front of it. So this morning I am on the hunt for a tractor that there's a few people here that suspect it maybe got stolen last night or 2 nights ago, and I don't think it did. I think someone just moved it, and they moved it at an earlier hour in the morning, and we're gonna be looking for it. Woo! Woo! This gravel's loose. Not the best biking gravel. Alright, I don't think it's on this lot. I think I know where it got parked. The tractor is supposed to look just like this one, but this one is not the one. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for an M5 narrow. It's a 111. That's what we're looking for. I think it got moved. It was parked in this field, and they went to look for it yesterday, and they could not find it. But I think someone moved it because it looked like it was new, but it was actually our rental tractor. So I'm on the search for it. Parked right there. That's the one. So what happened was I put it on a list to get washed, and it got washed, and the guy that washes them decided to park it right here. And anyways, it's here. I found it, solved the mystery. Now I'll go tell Hank.
Here's the tractor.
I found the tractor.
Where was it? Over here?
It was right there.
I guess now it don't matter.
Yeah, it's right there.
Right straight ahead of us.
Yeah, right straight in.
Okay.
Yesterday, we had the honor at this dealership in Linden to host a Kloss Training. Not just a not one with customers, but one with other dealerships. So we had a lot of equipment here, and so Kloss sent a couple instructors here, and then other dealerships from the West Coast flew in for this training. And this is what we had. We set up some tractor. We had a tractor with a tedder. It was a hay tool training, and we had rakes on tractors. So we went over each of these products, and then mowers, and then we went over the Unirat baler. But it's the first time we've ever hosted a training like that, so it was pretty cool because we didn't have to fly anywhere. But I think the reason the training was here, we have a big facility that we can do this at. We have a nice classroom and a learning area, and then we had a lot of equipment in stock, and we were willing to do it, I guess. But no, it's pretty cool. But today I gotta go park all this stuff back. So anyways, cleanup time. We'll probably unhook these rakes. These rakes we just hooked up for this, and the tedder. That's a big tractor for that tedder, but we just hooked it up to unfold it so we could talk about some stuff on the tedder. But this tractor right here, this little Kubota, it's 111 horsepower. That's a big rake for it. But the cool thing with that rake, it's the 48 Trend model. It's a new model, 4800, sorry, Trend. It's a rope pull rake, so it's not really high tech. It's just a big rake, it's a rope pull, so instead of having computers and stuff, it's just got hydraulic remotes and rope pulls for locks. It's an old school rake, but it's really very similar to the 4900 Business, which is a high-tech rake, but this one just has a little less technology, but almost the same width. And it's a rope pull rake, so you can run it on a pretty small tractor. You could run it on this tractor, but you need to put some front weight on it. It is a pretty heavy rake, but that's a pretty cool rake. And because it has less technology with it, it's got a lesser price, which is nice. Because some of these rakes like this one, they're getting rather expensive, but that rake is a good rake as well. But this one just a little more simple. I'm always pretty impressed with trainings and stuff, how I go into it thinking, I think I know a lot about that product and I don't need to do this training. But I learned at least a few things from each one of those products I didn't know before, and I thought I couldn't know anymore, but that's why they do the trainings, because they're teaching you new things they want you to know, and it's good stuff to know. And I'm glad I participated in the training. We had about 17 people here total doing the training. Sorry, I got